I posted this video yesterday, but something messed up with it, so I'm reposting it now. This is probably going to be one of the last videos I make on waves, and I'm not trying to spread FUD or anything here, but the points I'm about to make are something that you should really take in consideration before you trade this. There is a potential that waves could end up like Luna, pretty much crashing down to $0. And I didn't realize this, but Waves does have a stablecoin pair, USDN, and you can see here that it's been depegged since pretty much the beginning of April. Now, really the main reason why I'm not going to do too much more analysis on this is because when you have a stablecoin like this that's depegged in either direction, it makes analysis on this pretty much impossible. So for those of you that don't know what happened with Luna, it's stablecoin pair UST, so in this case USDN, but it's stablecoin pair depegged. That means moved away from $1. So to bring UST back to $1, they had to start minting a bunch of Luna, which caused the price to tank. So if something similar happens here, and this doesn't really stay around $1 and starts doing something like UST did, it could very well tank Waves. And that's really why you can't do much TA on this, because once this depegs and they just start adding more waves, the price is going to go down. It doesn't matter how much people are buying, the price is still going to go down. I mean, depending on how fast the introduction of coins is into the ecosystem, this could rally, depending on how quick people buy it up. But if it's anything like Luna, it's just going to tank to zero. But as of right now, it's holding up for the most part. We're depegged off $1 around 9 cents. We're at 91 cents here, so it's still not great. You can actually see back here, there's a pretty big difference between this range right here. You can see we've had closes pretty far down here for the past few weeks. Whereas back here, you can see it's mainly just wicks. We have had a couple closes to the downside and upside throughout here, but these only really lasted a day before it corrected. And you can even see this with the EMA ribbon, right? If you look at this range, you can't even really see the spread. And once we come over here, you can actually start seeing the spread of the EMA ribbon. So not a good sign. Another point I want to make is if we do enter a crypto winter, kind of like we did in 2018, Waves could die. It could very well fall all the way to $0. And this is based off what happened in 2018. There was a lot of coins in the market that had really promising futures. It looked like solid projects. And either the project got pulled or the price went to $0 and never came back. So that's something else to keep in mind. And the Luna crash could very well be the beginning of this kind of era of a lot of these coins tanking to zero. But we'll just have to see what happens. But as I mentioned, you can clearly see the difference between what's going on here versus what's going on back here. Now, I'm not saying that all stablecoin and crypto pairs are going to fail. I doubt that's going to happen, that all of them will fail, but it's just pretty risky in my opinion, especially considering what a lot of these coins are doing, the algorithmic stable coins. A lot of them have been depegging recently. So it's just something to watch out for. And you might be saying, hey, Waves survived the 2018 bear market. Why should it not survive it again? Well, in the 2018 bear market, Waves did not have a stablecoin pair. The stablecoin pair launched in 2020. So this is definitely something really important that people should be looking out for here. But as you can see here, we did tag this lower trend line here on the daily chart. We have broken below this green box of support, so we're probably going to be using it as resistance now and continue a further move down. And that's especially true if this stays depegged and continues further down. If not, we should see somewhat of a decent bounce here, especially considering how far we've moved down in such a short amount of time. From here to here, we've lost pretty much 90% of the price. So if there is a bounce coming, it really needs to happen now. And if we do bounce, I'd likely say that the top of it could very well be around the 618 here. If not, we'll probably find resistance off of this previous green box of support and continue to trend lower. So this is all I have for Waves today. Keep this in mind when you're trading this in the future. If the USDN pair here really starts to depeg and start coming down here like UST did, then it's pretty much game over for Waves. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so, as I try to post content daily. As always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.